It's gonna be a timeout stream. Oh, this echo should be awesome for a live stream. This is the this is the best lit room in my house when there's a power outage. So so I'm sitting in the bathroom to do a live stream. Could come in handy, particularly because you guys know what type of entertainment this typically is. I live for bathroom streams, Edgar says. I know, right? It's been ages since we've had one of these. Maybe even forever. Hey, Angel. Hey, Sittin. It's and the funny thing was, I got up. Hey, Wolverine, extra early this morning because, as most of you guys know, for Christmas, we go back to New York to be with family. So right now, I'm trying to get tons of videos done ahead of time so everything runs smoothly while I'm gone. So I'm doing a lot of extra. So I got up early this morning because like I want to stream. And I had some good ideas for some fun streams. And I was 5 minutes away from finishing. I was doing an edit, the YouTube edit on a Futurama video. And I'm sorry, on a Bob's Burgers video. I was 5 minutes away from finishing it and the power went out. And now they're predicting it to come back in still another 3 hours or so. Now, see, this is the part that sucks. All right, I can scroll back though and see some of you guys' comments because they go away so fast. C6 Psychology says, should I be worried about your choice of venue? Not really. I mean, how do I have power to stream? It's on my phone. I'm using my data. No, when you think about the level of humor that is delivered here, isn't really the bathroom the apropos place for this? The power, I assume it's just there's a lot of wind here today. There are power outages all over the area. We're in the Charlotte, North Carolina area. There's tons of them all over the place. What game, Wolverine? Try and download a specific game on PS5? Potty humor. Correct, Maximus. Correct. Hey, I was gonna as long as we're here. Oh, I love the Bohemian Rhapsody movie, Mackenzie. Of course, Freddie Mercury is my hero. Another thing too, my gimbal here, for some reason, it's on a perfectly level setting, but it won't level my phone, and that's bothering my OCD. I want to talk to you guys today, as long as we're just sitting here and can't do what I had planned. Oh, you may be yet, Big Green. That's not off the table. I mean, it's to have a stream where you're watching me shit would be about a 3-foot walk. I want to. I'm trying to get everything set up to where I can stream more often, as I've been telling you guys. That's why I got up early today, was to be able to stream. And I just want to I was going to start doing some streams talking about topical things again, because those were always popular. We always had good conversations, and we may. But aside from those, I want to think of some good concepts for stuff that's just fun. Well, you guys are internet savvy and YouTube savvy. What are some? Give me some fun ideas for streams. Of course, I'm not in front of my computer right now to write them down, and I am going to forget them. If they're really rant streams, oh, I'm good at that. But yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Well, what I had in mind today was actually, it's so funny you say that. You would be classified as a rant stream. Oh, I'd love to do porn, Angel, but Susan and company just get all stupid about it. Mad Libs stream? That might be something. Yeah, I can check back on the ideas that I like. True. Or if you come up with a really good idea, if you really want to help me out, after the stream, because this stream will go live to the channel as a video, put the same idea in the comment section there. That would help me. Or more reaction to movies. Yeah, I would love to do more reaction to movies. I got a whole list of them I'm going to do. If you can figure a way to squeeze in like an extra change the days from 24 to 27 hours, there'll be plenty more movie reactions coming. Mr. Least stream. Those are fun, Edgar. Mr. Beast, Mr. Least videos, things that have changed in the last 50 years. That I think that'd be like a fun one-time topic. Yeah, that actually would be. But if you think of it, when the stream goes live to the channel, write that in the comments for me. And, I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be a regular series, but it could be every so often because it is fun. It's one of the few good things about getting old. It is fun looking back and seeing how insanely different things are. I mean, there's so many things I could explain to you guys that I don't even know if you guys are aware of how certain things used to work and what our severe limitations were back in the day. Filthy Frank isn't doing videos anymore. Give everyone $1 only, though. Edgar says. These are some good ideas. Where you express your excitement. That's every stream. You guys know me. I'm always pumped up and excited about something. Yeah, we could do that. See now, I was thinking about those. Zuchen said not two streams like laughing, getting scared, sad, or say aw. We could do that. We got to be careful because I would obviously, if we do those streams, I'll come to you guys for the videos that you want me to try not to laugh at, try not to cry at, whatever the case may be. You guys are pretty good at that, though. You want to keep it to things that we know aren't going to get us in some sort of copyright on a live stream, because that really sucks. Because then we lose our ability to stream for a couple weeks. We could do that. Man, good to see you, pal. He says, I'm about to fight Thanos. If I die, tell Deborah her spaghetti was made at best. That's pretty good. I like that. Man, I would, in all honesty, I would be afraid to leave that as a dying message for my wife because, being the little Italian grandma that she is, if I insulted her spaghetti even posthumously, she would dig me up, reanimate me, and then kill me in a much more brutal fashion than what took place the first time. Trust me on that. Hey, I got other shit here. Hey, I got stuff I can play with. Wait, I'm gonna let you guys simmer on that for a moment, and then I'll continue. You don't see my hands, do you? You guys are like, nah, because that little thing's not keeping anybody interested that long. What can I do here? Oh, I can change the where it says check my next post for a joke. VTuber streams will be a part of them, Zuchen, for sure. Those I've decided on. Okay, let me see Wolverine's joke. Then I want to play with some of these little things that YouTube gives us here to mess with. I'm streaming you on my phone and TV. Oh, Angel, that's too much, Curtis. That's too much of all this. Oh, I don't know what you mean. Wyram, UFF music could be nice. Susan Kabuto on the train having a three-way. Wait, okay, wait, did I miss the set? Hold on. Oh, wait, check my next post for joke. Susan Kabuto on the train having a three-way. Yeah. Of those, Kabuto is probably my favorite. Hey, Edgar says, Curtis and Brax goes to the shooting range live stream. Oh, if we get an opportunity, Edgar, not the range, I don't know if they'd let us, because there are ranges right around here. I don't know if they would let us shoot video and guns. Where the fuck else are you gonna be that you can get humor of this magnitude? But if we get an opportunity to go with my brother-in-law, who I told you is a competitive shooter, because they have a farm that he shoots right out in his backyard. They got tons of land. If we get to go out there, we absolutely could stream that. I don't miss the train, Maxwell. Okay, I'll give you this much. I will say, if I have to go back for reference on an older video, and I hear the fuck off train, I can't say I missed the train, but I missed the times spent together, I guess is the best way to put it. says, hey, well, another one bites the dust. Oh, uh-huh. Disney World ride live stream. We've done those before, actually. The only reason I don't push something like that is there's so many of those online. We watch the Disney streamers all the time. If when we go to Disney on a time when it's just my wife and I, we're not like taking kids or entertaining people as we go, I can do that. We've done it a couple times. I didn't think of that. Lance Corporal Hawks says, please, Curtis, don't go out like Elvis. I hadn't even, and I don't know if this is a sign, but I've got one of our bar stools in here, that I'm sitting on, and my leg has entirely gone to sleep sitting on it. So is that the first stage towards, Elvising it here? Yeah. I guess if you're gonna shit the bed, this place do it. Oh, okay, hold on. You missed the memes. Yeah, kind of big green, well put. All right, here, let's see what this shit does. This is Slate. Okay, that's boring. This is Dance Party. Oh, yeah, you guys are hearing the music just from watching those moves. This is Dream. The YouTuber? I don't even watch him. Oh, 8mm. I like this one. This one's kind of cool, you guys. This is fitting on me. This is the way we should do. This is the way we should do the stuff from 50 years ago stream we've been talking about. Yeah, bacon and peanut butter sandwich. Was it bacon and peanut butter, or was it bananas and peanut butter? I can't remember which. All right, that one's all right. Sepia. Oh, what's this? Oh, that's a cool look. Holy shit! Look at my nostrils in this one. They're impressive. That's pretty boring. Here's Glamour. Yeah, Glamour. So do you think 50 years ago was 1930s? No, unfortunately, Chrome, I know exactly when it was. I wish I didn't. I wish I had to guess. This is called Blush. This is called Beam. I didn't see a goddamn thing. And that's called No Filter. That's probably the one. I never have a filter. Glamour almost looked like original. It did, Zuchen. Yeah. You look like a hurricane in the clouds. The only one I really liked was the Bubbles. Wait, here's Bubbles. Okay, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, 3. Now, because I know how to say that, who am I imitating there? I won't take the bubbles off until somebody tells me. Who is that? Who is the Bubble Man? Talking 50 years ago, and even more. Come on. Oh, a 1, a 2, a 1, a 2, a 3. Who am I? Who is that? Come on. When do you guys got to know the bubbles? 8mm, how'd you guess? Mealog says. You guys don't know who the legendary Bubble Count Chocula might be, actually. I don't know what he did on his off time. No, nobody knows. You guys are I know it's way before your time. It's just you guys are so good with trivia. The Count from Sesame, it did sound like him. I wasn't doing a perfect imitation. The guy who was associated with Bubbles on TV. I'm trying to think of I can tell you who was a band leader. The answer is John Cena, as Mintman says. Well, that's not fair because the answer is always John Cena. So that's kind of like cheating. Nobody knows. And I guess this is perfect for what we talked about we'll have to do a stream of how things were 50 years ago. Michael Jackson? No. Then this SpongeBob, his chimp bubbles. Oh, I forgot about that. That's like the what was the old joke? When you're a kid, you remember how you used to have fun blowing bubbles? Well, Bubbles is back in town and he wants to get together. Pee Wee Herman? No, nobody knows this one. Wow, that's the first one. Don't you guys been there a long time? We've got a number of viewers dwindling now. People are tuning in to an old man behind Bubbles. Time frame. That's I want to say 60s, 70s. It was a TV show. He was the band leader. He might have even been on longer than that, but 60s and 70s. I never saw Labyrinth, Maximus. I've seen clips of it and stuff, but I never saw the movie. Wow. It's redacted because he was known for redacted during the redacted era. John Lennon. There it goes. Chrome got it. Chrome got it. Lawrence Welk. Yep. Sad that I remember that. Yeah, Lawrence Welk, he was. Oh, that show. The show was terrible. Terrible. I'll guarantee you, without even asking, I'll guarantee you my wife watched it and loved it. That is right her Yoko Ono type of humor, type of entertainment. 50s to 80s. He lasted into the 80s, did he? 50s, I believe. I didn't think he lasted all the way into the 80s. Lawrence Welk, yeah, he was a band leader. Had the Lawrence Welk show on TV. I will say, seeing people like John Cena and Rock older scaring me. Oh man, I go through that stuff all the time. You know, I guess the stuff that really hits hard for me is, I've always been a huge sports nut. So, you'll see a hot rookie come along in any sport, whatever, baseball, football, whatever. Somebody just tearing things up. You think, wow. You always thought, what kind of future this guy might have? Will he break this record? Can he break Barry Bonds now, his home run record, blah, blah, blah. Kids that come up now and are rookies now, the odds say it's unlikely, if they have a long career, I'll even be around to see the end of it, to know exactly what they do. What scared me, Chrome says, was finding out that David Tennant, the 10th and 14th Doctor on Doctor Who, is now 52 years old. Like, that's really scary. Curtis remembers when Ty Cobb was a rookie. It's funny, Joe. Obviously, in all seriousness, I can't remember him being a rookie, not far off. But the legendary status of guys like Ty Cobb have waned, and that's to be expected. But that's one of the big changes in time. Now, when I was young, when I was in high school, if you were talking baseball, names like, Babe Ruth will always come up, but names like Ty Cobb, Rogers Hornsby, Ted Williams, they were all a focal point of conversation, and not so much anymore. And it's not anybody's fault. It's just there's been so many more years. There's been 50 years in between then and now, or almost 50, and so many more players have come through. So you do actually see a change and stuff like that. Oh, those are always fun. Mackenzie says, can anyone guess my celebrity by what quote they said one time? We can do those regular streams. Those are fun. Older than God. Thanks, Dennis. Angel says, legends. I miss Undertaker and Eddie Guerrero. Yes. Undertaker is my favorite of the current crop. Bruno Sammartino is my all-time favorite wrestler, and Undertaker's right behind him. And I told you guys before, Eddie Guerrero, always had nothing but love for Eddie Guerrero. Just because of the way he was to our guys when he was working the indies. So kind, so generous with his time, just an amazing dude, truly. Well, Susan, nope, you got it censored. Pesset says you missed the latest episode of Vigotas. I don't know if it's the latest or not, but there's a good chance I didn't miss it. The last two that I posted got blocked, so I won't be posting any more to the YouTubes. No sense in it. Yeah, Eddie was cool. Eddie was a good guy, a really good guy. Again, when he'd gotten in trouble for substance, I think it was, while he was out of the WWE, so he's working the indies, and he would work shows and stay significant amount of time after the show to help guys. Nobody does that at his level. He did. Eddie Guerrero is definitely someone who was lovable even for as many flaws he had, right? Because he did everything he could to set things right. 100%. 100%. Right, he definitely had, as far as just a human being, couldn't find a better guy. Just a phenomenal dude. Chrome says, well, let's have some fun with some magic powers I gain. Guess which wrestler apparently said this quote? I'm not a good guy. I'm not a bad guy. I'm the guy. Oh, I thought you were leading towards Razor Ramon, but he was the bad guy. That sounds like a Ric Flair quote. I don't know if it was Chrome, but that sounds like something Flair would say along with, if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man and stuff like that. Thoughts on Punk returning to WWE? Josh says surprising. A little surprised. To be honest with you guys, I don't care for Punk. If he comes back, that's fine. He's got a lot of fans. Whatever, whatever people want to see. They don't have to bend over just to please me, but I wouldn't care if I never saw another Punk match. Not that he can't work. He's a phenomenal wrestler, but I don't like him. Oh, shoot. What about wrestling streams? Oh, yeah. We got enough wrestling fans here to definitely do wrestling streams. I've never been to a WrestleMania. No, Fitness Boss. I would love to. We watch where they are every year. It's so freaking expensive. So outrageously expensive. And Brax has really gotten into wrestling again. So obviously, we would go together. But I would love to. I would love to. Randy Orton just came back. Yep. And so did, name's going out of my head. Who came back with them, guys? Why? Oh, I hate when I do that. I was about to do nothing but heap praise on them. And again, it's nouns. Names always slip my mind constantly. Hopefully nobody ever gets offended by me for getting a name because it's going to happen over and over. Oh, gosh. Who's the other dude that came back, guys? Other than concussions, do you have any lingering wrestling pain? Oh, sure, Mint Man. What you put your body through? Sure. I'm very fortunate that I have a high tolerance for pain, which apparently is a redhead thing. But yeah, I've got all kinds of, bones that were broken and now they get arthritic and the muscles on my back were torn loose. So that bothers me every so often. So yeah, but you deal with it. R-Truth is who I'm trying to think of. R-Truth came back too. And R-Truth, I think of all the guys I've seen that do a lot of comedy spots in wrestling, and there's been a lot of them over the years. I think R-Truth is the best at them. He just cracks me up. He is so good. And no, he never ages. You're right, Mint Man. Is that amazing? I wish I had that going on for me. But no, he doesn't age. And what gets lost, though, because he is so good at the comedy spots, is that dude can freaking wrestle. He can work a match. Okay, Chrome says, next quote to guess, I'm not a hippopotamus. I'm a common American. I don't even have a guess. Oh, R-Truth is so cool, Che. He really is. That's the quote, guys. I'm not a hippopotamus. I'm a common American. Oh, that 24/7 run he had was so much fun. So much fun. I missed that. Does anybody know Chrome's hippopotamus quote? Because I have no idea. That one's completely drawn a blank to me. Okay, I'll give you a hint. Bing, bing, wahoo. Bing, bing, wahoo. No, that's not me either, Big Green. That's not. Yeah, that's not striking a chord with me at all. I'm usually pretty good on quotes, but I think one I just haven't come across. Akira Tozawa is definitely coming up as a good comedic act. Yeah, yep, I like him. But R-Truth, I mean, he's just so good. He delivers so well. Oh, he played a certain Italian plumber on TV. See that's I wouldn't know because I never did watch the Mario Brothers TV show, so I don't even know who that was that played him. I saw the latest movie. Excuse me, but I never saw the TV show. Oh, Captain Lou played him, and those other quotes were for Captain Lou, from Captain Lou? I knew him. Oh, very good. Good call, Big Mean. I didn't know he played Mario. Um, Mintman says, do wrestling schools ask when you're comfortable doing your first match, or will they just say you're ready? A good school will typically let you dip your toes in gently. You'll work for a while, and we always start our guys off in battle royals. Indie audiences like battle royals, and a battle royal is a good way to get new guys in there where they shouldn't be able to hurt anybody before you're really putting your life health in their hands. And then you'll be able to move on to matches when the organization you're working for says you're ready, and you have convinced whoever it is you're going to be in there working with, assuming it's somebody with more experience, is convinced you're safe. Then you'll get put in. Big Green says, yeah, Curtis, Captain Lou played Mario on a Super Mario cartoon show. Had live action sequence between the episodes, and that's where he played him. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's very cool. Yeah, Captain Lou, I saw him, it was unfortunately not long before he died. We're in Crossgates Mall in Albany, New York. And I knew Lou because I'd been on shows with him. You know, I was working the show, Lou was just making appearances, but I knew him. And I was standing, my wife was in a store, and I was standing just outside the store waiting for her because those stores are all small. Plus, it was a candle, I remember it was a candle shop or a lotion shop or something like that because the smell would overwhelm me. So I went outside and just having looked down the aisle, and here comes this crazy arms flailing, wobbling side to side walk, and it's like you can't miss Lou's walk. So he comes walking by me. I reached out and I smacked him. I said, Lou. He goes, oh, hey brother. I said, what are you doing here? He goes, brother, where the fuck is Dick's? That was Lou. I said, it's right down the hall. Gotta go. He goes and off he goes. So I went walking down to see, but him and Afa and Sika, the Wild Samoans, were signing autographs at Dick's, and Lou was late. Where the fuck is Dick's? That was the last conversation I ever had with him. Yeah, where the fuck is Dick's? He goes. Yeah, Big Green, I do too. It was a cool moment. It wasn't that much longer. Wasn't that much later that we lost him. But yeah, he was a funny dude. Oh, the best Lou Albano story I know wasn't from my personal experience. It was told to me by Ray Apollo, who played Doink in the WWE. And how's North Carolina treating you? Angel says, was wanting to move there. I love it here. It's nice. Nice. I mean, back where we were in New York, they already had snow. It's cold, nasty. And even today, with the wind going, if I go outside for something, it's just in a t-shirt. So yeah, and everything down here is so much to do. Everything's convenient. Yeah, I love it. But anyway, as long as we're telling these stories, Ray Apollo again wrestled as most famously as Doink, but he wrestled as Ray Apollo. He did some other gimmicks for the WWE. He was a real life badass too. Ray was a sambo fighter. Is a sambo fighter. I talk like he's gone. I just haven't seen him in years. But he was telling the story. He ended up becoming real good friends with the Wild Samoans, Afa and Sika. Well, when he was first breaking in, he had to do a tag match. That's how he met him, against Afa and Sika. And of course, Albano managed them, so Lou was there, and they're putting their match together in the back. And Ray was brought into the business the right way, so he knew the proper respect and everything. But this dumbass green kid that they had him tagging with apparently did not. So they're putting their match together, they get it all squared away, or just about squared away, and this stupid kid that was teaming with Ray goes to the Samoans, and Lou, he goes, well, when do we get our comeback? And Lou Albano lost his shit, because I know you guys don't know the inner workings of wrestling locker rooms. That's as disrespectful as you can get. You sit there, you got two of the legends of the business. You've been in the business 5 minutes. You sit down, you shut up, you do what you're told, and then you go home. That's exactly what you do. So he says, when do we get our comeback? Albano, Ray said, lost his shit. He jumps up and he goes, come back. You stupid motherfucker. If we decide to let you live, you get to come back to the locker room. And I guess the Samoans beat the shit out of him. Ray said they were as perfect and professional with me as you could ever be. He said big guys, and well, they knew how to work. You know, like the old adage says, I'm going to hit you really hard, but in really safe places. But they kicked the shit out of that kid. But he deserved it. Did I ever come across to, let me go back, Fitness Boss? Salvatore Bellomo, I remember him. Yeah, I remember him. He passed. I didn't know that. That's too bad. He was in the wrestling. Sure, I remember Salvatore Bellomo. I did not ever meet him. No, unfortunately, I did not. But I remember watching him. Yeah. Yep, I remember him. Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheap. That was Eddie, wasn't it? That was Eddie Guerrero, I think. Mintman says, Lou Albano definitely seemed pretty cuddly as Mario, but people forgetting to be just as lethal as many others in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, and Lou, I think from my brief conversations with him, would probably even tell you he wasn't the greatest worker ever because, you know, he wasn't big, wasn't strong, wasn't bodybuilder, but he could work a match. But that's why he found a good niche for himself as a manager, a great niche for himself. And comeback. Context is important, very important. I don't think they asked too many more details after that, so it's hard to say which it was. Indecisive Angel says, I recently watched the Von Erich story. Sad, man, so sad. I can't wait for Iron Claw to come out. Brax and I have got that targeted. We definitely want to see that. And I'm going to say it again. I'll be saying it throughout the stream. Listen, if you got any fun ideas for streams, I'm going to be trying to stream more and more, and I just like to have fun on the streams. If you got any fun ideas for streams, let me know here. And by all means, when this stream goes live to the channel, put it in the comments there too, because you guys know my memory. So please, any suggestions you got, put it right in the comments. Recently watched some of Brian Pillman's work. I think he definitely was ahead of his time. Flying Brian Pillman, he could work the shit out of his match. All the Von Erichs were phenomenal workers. Good workers. From what I remember seeing, which one was it? David, I wasn't as sold on. Kevin was amazing. Kerry was a solid worker. David had some great moments, though. Oh, Freddie Blassie said that. You're right. I do remember that, Chrome. Freddie Blassie was one of the great heels in the industry and also a great manager. He was one of the few managers that was also a great wrestler. Freddie Blassie, in the 60s and early 70s, was one of the top heels in the nation. He was the guy who started the whole biting people thing. He would chew up your forehead, and he was a good wrestler and a phenomenal manager. He's an absolute legend in the business. Classy Freddie Blassie. Which singer said this, Curtis? I'm just an ex-prostitute, my dear. No idea. A singer said that? Just an ex-prostitute. I don't know, but I feel like we should get to know her. Matt Rife? Yeah, Matt's funny. I want to watch his crowd work's great. That's what he puts online. His crowd work's excellent. I want to watch his comedy special. I hear there's a lot of controversy about it already. Chrome says life sucks and then you die. I don't know who said that first, but I've heard that on many occasions. Yeah, but like I say, any ideas you guys got for fun streams, especially if I miss your comment in here, or even if I do see it, make sure and put it. Now YouTube's gotten much better with this. Typically, the video is up just moments after the stream ends. So just, if you would, go into the comments there and write them in. Bruiser Brody, that was so sad. You know, him and to get stabbed in the showers, man, it's a chicken shit move. And it's too bad too, because at the time, the circles I worked in, it was actually another Brody, not related, that was my first trainer in New Mexico. And had they been doing more shows, Jack Luce was the promoter's name, Brody was in that area at that time. There could have been a chance I could have run into him. Curtis in the heavy bag stream. Well, the only problem with those is that's a quick stream, Fitness Boss, because I got old Bob's out there, and I still punch him in the face on the regular, but not for long periods of time anymore. Oh, and I was so pissed too. I getting the long way to Pooh stream. Yes, Lex, we had to do it. It was only a matter of time. Oh, you live in New Mexico, Angel? Yeah, I lived there for years in Roswell. Edgar said, Jonathan Coachman doing the Charleston is how I dance. I gotta go to the bathroom bad. Good old coach. Here's Curtis IAO. You're talking about Razor Ramon and his IO? IAO. And the bad guy Chico. Oh no, that one was a singer, not a wrestler. Oh, so that was so it's AO. That was Freddie said that? I didn't know that. Huh. I didn't know that. Was that in the movie? I probably even saw it in the movie and forgot it. It's Vince McMahon. That's the guy who had his head shaved by Trump. Yes, Vince McMahon. Yep. Yep. That's him. Definitely a different sort, old Vince. Did great things for the business. Wrestling certainly wouldn't be where it is today if it weren't for him. I think for the most part, he was good to his workers. He would let guys do the things they wanted to do a great deal of the time and everything, but he was also a little bit of a psycho. Well, Mean Gene, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you fix your mistakes and learn from them. I had to cut this one because even I could guess. With it being Mean Gene, probably Hogan. More EV videos? I did some chat bots a while back, and there was just really no interest in them. Mackenzie's a nice Curtis. He said it in an interview in real life, not the movie. He was joking. Oh, okay. Because as I say, I didn't remember that from the movie. No, I didn't know that was a Freddie quote. Ew. Ew. It ended with brother. So yeah, once you put the brother in there, I'll let they give Hogan all the credit for it, but I think the brother thing was more a Jimmy Superfly Snuka. I mean, he said it as brother, but that was a tagline to him. It's just that Hogan made it even bigger than Snuka. I wrestled Snuka several times, and that's how he talked to everybody. Hey, brother. I did see him. I saw Orton's return because I wasn't watching the show live, so I got to go back and watch it. And I have so little interest in Punk, I just haven't watched his yet. But I love Randy Orton. Love Randy Orton. Hulk Hogan apparently was inspired by Billy Graham. Yeah, I've heard him say that too. The superstar. The first autograph I ever got from a wrestler was Superstar Billy Graham. My ex-brother-in-law was a power lifter. And when the wrestlers came to Albany, back then they wrestled in a little house called the Washington Avenue Armory. This was back in the 70s. And when they came there, they would go work out at the Y, where my brother-in-law worked out. And he knew I was a big fan, and Graham was in there one time, and so he got him to sign an autograph for me. What's that smell? Dookie, now name that movie. You made me see it once. Oh, what's that smell, Dookie? Oh, come on, why can't I can recognize that quote. Yeah, that was the Hulk Hogan movie, right? I don't remember the name of it. It was so terrible. But yes, the first Hulk Hogan movie, the first movie he was in. Yeah, I can't. Oh, that movie was so bad. I still can't remember the name of it. It's probably that one's probably not the post concussion. I probably no holds barred. Thanks, Aiden. Aiden. Uh, that's probably on purpose that I'm forgetting the name of that one. That was just so terrible. Dookie. Well, Hulk Hogan, come on. He was a terrible actor his whole life. he was terrible even in doing spots and stuff. Now he was good on the mic, but in a preset spot, a setup, he couldn't deliver a line worth of shit. Kaiser says the Spanish Inquisition of streams. Nobody expected it, but then it is you, Curtis. No one ever expects the Spanish Inquisition. No holds barred. Oh, so bad, Angel. That movie. uh, I think the two movies I most regretted spending admission on that I went to the theater to see were No Holds Barred and the first Star Trek movie, which I walked out on. And that's unusual. I think that's the only movie I've walked out on when I paid to see it. Good mic work and theatrics, bad everything else, for sure. And I know people like to point back to when he was in Japan. And yes, he did work at a much better rate when he was in Japan. But he just, I don't know. I just can't believe a guy that big, that strong. And you got to remember when Hogan came on the scene, he was huge. Other than Andre, he was the big guy. Could never come up with a finisher more convincing than a boot to the face followed by a leg drop. Just, yeah. Hi, Em says, what goes on here? A lot of things, we're in the bathroom, so a lot of things go on here. But what happened was, for any of just coming in, we've got a power outage. And I had planned to stream today. Oh, and I was going to talk to you guys. I was just infuriated. You guys know how much I hate the way the media's gone, and what this reporter for one of the shit sites there, I guess I don't know if it's print and digital, but one of the digital sites, Deadspin, or I don't want to say it wrong, might not have been Deadspin, but anyway, he tried to he put this kid on blast who was at the Chiefs game for wearing blackface, and intentionally took a picture of just one side of the kid's face, and it was all painted black. But if you looked at him from the front, he was painted black and red, which are the Chiefs' colors. And people have been doing it for years. I mean, every football game, every weekend, you can see people with the team's colors painted on their faces. But he decided to take one shot of the kid's one side and tried to put a kid on blast on the internet for being a racist. And then people have the gall to wonder why we have no use for the media anymore. I don't trust anything that comes out of a media outlet ever. And I had everything set up for it. I had the original post. I was going to show you guys all of it so we could have a discussion about it, and the power went out. But I'm so sick of stuff like that. And then the worst part was, and then he doubled down on it. When people came in the comments section and told him, hey, it's half black, half red for the Chiefs, he came in and doubled down and said, well, for you idiots, defending him by saying the other half of his face is red, I would offer that makes it even worse. The guy's a fucking moron. Absolute garbage person. Wolverine says, here's a joke, English cuisine. Check my last post. Let's see if I can get to Wolverine's last post here. It's a little harder on phone. Okay. When I hear something ridiculous, the British had one of the largest empires in history, yet their food is bland as fuck despite the access to spices. I don't know. All I know is the fish and chips that we get in Epcot in the England section, in all the countries there, all the food is imported from those countries and prepared in the manner they would be prepared in those countries. And that fish and chips is the best I've ever had, and it's not even close. Well, Chrome says, as a mod, I say we have a vote to kick Wolvie. The movie Pink Flamingo? No, I haven't seen that. Lex says, I'm sorry that we don't drown our food in a tub of lard for a half hour before serving it. You're not wrong, Lex. That's pretty much everything here. I mean, when you figure over here, you can get deep fried Oreos and deep fried Twinkies. But see, I can't say because I have limited taste anyway. It doesn't matter what nation it's from. I have very limited taste. But that fish and chips, I get that apparently is true English fish and chips. Oh, man. That is so, so good. Chrome says, yeah, that sounds like the media on the bright side. A lot of these sites are being shut down for good on Christmas time. I'm not even joking. I'm watching big sites get shuttered. Oh, it was just, I'll tell you, Chrome, it's just horrible. And to a kid, it would be egregious enough in any event. But at least if you were doing it to an adult, it's a little less severe than doing it to a kid. And of course, too, he's also trying to uh, direct attention to the fact that the kid had a headdress on. They're the Chiefs. I still don't understand. We might do a stream devoted just to this, so I won't go into it too deep. But I don't understand that, and it hits home because the school that Braxton graduated from, Fonda Fultonville in New York, they're the Braves. They've been the Braves forever. This is their last year being the Braves because Kathy Hochul, the governor of New York, said they have to change that name because it's offensive. How is that offensive? I don't understand. I mean, the Chiefs, the Braves, you're naming your teams after people with strength and power and that you look up to and that you think would be a good model for, you're naming your football team the Braves, the Chiefs. I get the whole Redskins thing. When you talk about somebody's skin color in your name, it's a bit much. But I just don't. But we'll have a whole stream on it. Mint Man says hashtag cancel Tatanka. Yeah, really. Oh, well, I'll tell you, guys, back in the day in wrestling, it was so, it was racist, but it wasn't racist in an aggressive manner. It's just that if you were black, you were expected, if it was in the 70s, that you would carry a boombox on your shoulder and you would do the street walk down to the ring. If you were Asian, you knew karate. That's the way they did things. It was, when you look back on it, it's pretty terrible. That's the way they did anything. If you had Native American blood, or even if you didn't, like Chief J. Strongbow, Joe Scarpa, even if you didn't and they needed an Indian, you would put on a headdress and go, whoo, woo, 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 woo. That's how they did everything back then. I think he did. Like I say, Chief J. Strongbow did not. He was when I was a kid. I got to meet him. Got to have breakfast with him not too long before he passed. He did not. He was Italian. But Wahoo McDaniel, who was the other big Indian wrestler of the era, I believe he was honestly Native American, as was Tatanka. Yes, Big Green says, and the entrance music was decidedly Asian sounding if you were an Asian wrestler. Yes. Yep. Yeah, and that's just the way it was done back then. It was, it was expected. It doesn't mean what's right or wrong is for everybody to decide for themselves, but it was just expected. Che says it's still that way. And I'm Native, and every time Native issues came up at Georgetown, people would look at me like a spokesperson to not offend or speak out of their turn. Well, I think in general, I think you guys will agree with this. For the most part, most groups, whether it's Native Americans, whether it's people in the trans community, I think what happens is, and not so much with Native Americans, I shouldn't say that, but in other words, extremists tend to give a bad rap to every group individually because the rank and file of every group is typically not over the top. Like I know a few trans people in real life myself. The trans people I know aren't looking for anything except to live their lives. One of them I know for sure actually despises the people that go over the top on social media to talk about their pronouns and how this needs to be said, or it's, words are violence type things. They're just like, this is just who I am. And I would just like to be left alone. And if you, this one particular friend of mine, if you misgender her, she'll she'll either just smile and nod because it's not worth making a scene over, or if she does, she'll say, "Excuse me, it's she." And people generally, when you're polite about it, people are like, "Oh, okay, sorry about that," and everybody's happy. But that doesn't get clicks. If you stand in a restaurant screaming and throwing things, then you're getting the attention you want. Chrome says, by the way, they just showed some pictures of a new Fallout TV series being made by Amazon. I don't have any faith in it after they said they don't want to adapt any of the games and tell a new story. Yikes. Those are the scary buzzwords right there. You'd think that'd be common sense, Em. You'd think it would. Because, like I say, she just wants to be left alone. When I first met her, she was a guy, and I didn't see her often. She just, well, at the time, he had just, when I was making videos outside of YouTube, I don't know, one might have been on YouTube. I'll have to look for it. He did some acting in it with me, but that's all I knew him from. And then he transitioned, and like I say, now she's just who she is, and never looks to make a scene about it. At least the power armor looks good, I guess. Does it, Big Green? See, I don't know anything about the series. Karen's what they're called and complain about almost anything. Yeah, look fun. As a matter of fact, that's another stream idea I've been thinking about is we'll have a Karen videos stream. Although I don't know how long they irritate me so much. I don't know how long I can keep going with one of those. I mean, I get beyond irritated with Karens. No, I gotta see that. Fitness Boss says, "Did you see the South Park special putting woke and Disney on blast?" I really want to see that. I still haven't sat down to watch it. Chase says, "Okay, I'm gonna go work out. Behave, y'all. Drink water. Go crush some mosh pits. Love you." Well, I'm glad you're able to be with us, Cheyenne. Glad you're in. Have a good workout. Angel says, "Makes you want to bust of anger." Yeah, it really does. It gets to me after a while. Some people's sense of entitlement just drives me insane. Big Green, I don't on my phone. I generally don't click the links because a lot of times, for whatever reason, I don't know. I assume it's just YouTube's software on the mobile. It sometimes screws the stream up. Fun on both sides of the argument, as South Park should. Oh, does it? See, I haven't seen it yet, Em. I do want to see that one though. Yeah, well, typically South Park hits things from both sides. Chrome said, I kind of rolled my eyes at that South Park special. It's one of the ones that does it's actually both sides thing. In the end, they blame the fans for why modern writing is bad. Really? I'll have to watch it then. I've been wanting to. I just haven't sat down and done it. Oh, no problem, Big Green. No problem. Typically, I mean, I've got Twitter on my phone and it'll link right to it. But for some reason, we did one of these one time. That's how I found out everything. All the flaws of YouTube is I clicked on one and the stream went all wonky. It disconnected me, and they probably got it straightened out, but I just didn't want to take the chance. Pink Flamingo was so weird, Zuchen says. The last part of the movie was nasty. The man dressed in drag couldn't tell if it was real, ate dog food. Ooh. Well, like I say now, and again, I'll say this because we have people coming in and out. If you have any ideas for fun ideas for streams, I'm going to tie this one up soon. When this stream ties up, the video will go up on to the channel. Please put it in the comments section here. We had a much more well-prepared stream planned for today, but you guys see what happened with that. We got no power. And if you're wondering, I had said at the top, I'm in the bathroom just because this has got the best light for a stream of any of the rooms in the house. Lick says, I think they were more so blaming the fans who will shit on anything that has women or any minorities in it and call it woke or whatever. Oh, I'll have to watch it and see what my take is on it. That could be. See, I don't know how I stand on that. They can make any movie they want to make. I'm not a fan of you changing a character's essence in any sort if it's just to try and grab a few quick bucks, which it typically is with Disney. Changing, now I think they still haven't released that. Changing Snow White to, wasn't the actress Hispanic? Saying just because we all know the story of Snow White, and she's named Snow White because of her Snow White complexion. So that was stupid. And then they took the dwarfs out of it because they thought that was offensive. That's among the dumbest things I ever heard. I'm not going to watch something just based on that alone. But now I've heard some people, and this is only the extremists again on the other side, coming after Wish. And it was because, and I again, this is just the extremes, but you see people saying, well, they were so careful to make sure that they had the proper balance of race and culture and all this. Who cares? I didn't even notice that because, again, it's an original story. They didn't take something that was already accepted a certain way and change it. Let them write the story how they want. To me, I don't know, to me, that's not wokeism. That's just writing your story how you want to write your story. Johnny says, the problem I have with Disney's and other diversity is that it drips with insincerity. I agree. 100%. Just so the Snow White thing is a perfect example. Who was it that was offended by the dwarves? I'd never heard that until Disney brought it up. Check last 2 posts, Wolverine says. I never heard that. So I'm not sure who they were talking about. Woke to focus on characters. I completely agree. And I agree in the respect that it's just pandering. That's all it is. When you're going out of your way to change something about a character, as you say, whether it's gender, if it's skin color, or whatever it may be, you're just pandering. I've always said, whatever group it is that you want to represent, write a good script about them. Just write a good script. Wick says, I'm actually very offended by the dwarves. Grumpy was making fun of assholes as an asshole. I feel rather insulted. Wick, it's funny. There's one of the character meals you can get at Disney, at one of the Disney restaurants, is Snow White and 7 Dwarfs. And the dwarfs come around to your table. And of course, my wife's a big nerd for the dwarfs. I've got it on video. I'll have to try and remember when I'm doing desktop stream. I can show you. I'm sure I can find it. I've got video of me. I always get in Grumpy's ear and turn him on my wife before he even gets there. Make up some shit that she had said about him. and the actors they play in these roles are just so good and everything. So she's had a bunch of go-rounds with Grumpy. South Park episode is called Welcome to the Pandaverse. Yes. Yep. Good old Peter Dinklage. Yeah, well, I'm not sure I remember right, but wasn't Peter Dinklage the one who said? No, wait, Dinklage was the one who brought up that it was insensitive, right? Was offended, right? And attacked Disney for Snow White. That's right. And one of my favorite comics right now, Brad Williams, called out Dinklage about it. Did you guys see that though? Brad Williams came out and said, what are you, fucking stupid? Basically, I'm paraphrasing. That's basically what he said. He said, we have, as little people, you get so few opportunities as it is. He said, so you just took opportunities away from a bunch of us. And on top of that, who cares? The story was Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs. We all know dwarves exist. What's offensive about that? Dwarves exist. Dinklage played a dwarf in Game of Thrones and Elf. That would be stupid. Yeah. Well, again, They do it for those social points. But I'm pretty sure, yeah, Brad called him out pretty hard, and Brad Williams is 100% right. You got limited opportunity as it is. Here's an opportunity. Now let's take it away. So Disneyland makes race and gender swaps and bad stories because you criticize them. If you didn't criticize them, they'd stop. I don't know if that's true. All I know is because Disney keeps making movies nobody wants to see, it's costing substantially more and more to go to the parks because the parks are the only thing that make money. Yeah, I see there's a little bit of lag. Well, I got to pack it up anyway, you guys. Guys, thanks for hanging out with me in the bathroom and having the stream. I had a good stream planned for today until we had the power outage. And if you got good ideas for fun streams in the future, we're going to do topical too, but fun streams in the future. This video will go live to the channel really soon. Please, by all means, put them in a comment there. Big Green says, fun stream, you didn't shit though. That's making a leap, Big Green. You got to remember, there isn't smell-o-vision here. There's no telling what I did sitting on this stool. It's a good 3 feet over to the toilet there. Just saying, you don't know for sure. Do more streams in a natural environment like this. That's right. It is kind of a natural environment for me. Big Green says, fair enough. Well, guys, again, thanks for hanging out with me in here, and I will talk to you guys really soon. Oh wait, yes, hold on. That sound effect is how we should change the stream. You're right. Hold on. Or end the stream. That's how we should end every stream, probably.